There is a great deal of anticipation in the Middle East as the ceasefire will take effect on Sunday. Israel's government has also ratified the agreement that could pave the way for an end to the war in Gaza. Under the deal, the three-stage ceasefire starts with an initial 6-week phase when hostages held by Hamas will be exchanged for prisoners and detainees jailed in Israel. The ANC says this is a significant step.
We welcome the ceasefire agreement, and it is important to us because ultimately the occupation of Palestine is something that will guarantee long-lasting peace in the Middle East, particularly between the Israeli and the Palestinians. So this is important in terms of our efforts to support and solidarize with the Palestinian people, and that struggle continues. And those who have undertaken the mayhem of perpetuating genocide must be brought to book. And that is why we went to the International Court of Justice as South Africa. And we stand here today once more in solidarity with the Palestinian people. May the developments of the ceasefire propel us to realize a long-lasting solution, which is the self-determination of the Palestinian people. We are among other nations that within the United Nations that are proponents of the two-state solution. And we are still for that, and we believe we will work with everybody to realize this vision.
The EFF says those who have committed war crimes should be held accountable.
Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and the Israel occupation forces are war criminals. The crimes they have committed, mass killings, forced displacement, and systematic destruction of civilian infrastructure, amount to genocide. The warrant for Netanyahu's arrest issued by the International Criminal Court must remain enforceable. South Africa must lead by example in fully implementing the resolution of the Sixth National Assembly. This includes the expulsion of the Israel embassy and the severing of all diplomatic ties with Israel. While the incoming United States President Donald Trump, a country that has enabled the violent occupation of Palestine, and his envoy have sought to claim credit for this epic agreement, the facts on the ground tell a different story. Even as the ceasefire was being finalized, Israel forces continued their bombardment yesterday, killing 82 civilians so far in Gaza. This hypocrisy highlights the ongoing violence that Palestinians face daily.
The World Health Organization says it will scale up aid imports into Gaza to around 600 trucks a day under the terms of a ceasefire deal.
The ceasefire process starts on Sunday, and the UN and partners are very much planning to prioritize as much as possible. You've seen in the documents the targets to get between 500 and 600 trucks in per day over the coming weeks and during those phases. That would be a huge increase of the 40 to 50 what we have seen over the last months.
The implementation of the ceasefire has to be done in good faith. Part of the agreement is that people will be facilitated in their return to their homes, that humanitarian aid will be facilitated. There is a huge need for humanitarian aid. It is crucial that all of this is done with human rights front and center, that Palestinians in Gaza have access to their economic, social, and cultural rights, to food, to water, to shelter, to safety. Reconstruction and rebuilding will also, of course, need to take place because much of the Strip has been destroyed. And again, this needs to take place with human rights front and center.
The complex accord between Israel and Hamas emerged after mediation by Qatar, Egypt and the US. It aims to end 15 months of bloodshed that's devastated the coastal territory and inflamed the Middle East. Khumalo, SABC News, Johannesburg.